Welcome to the show. It's great to see you.
Nice to be here.
You look fantastic.
You're looking lovely yourself.
Thank you. Welcome back to New York City, because the last 2 times you were in New York City, you were thrown out of the state.
Yes, that's right.
Can you explain one of those stories, or explain that to me?
Yeah, well,
that is true, right?
The first time was with the first Borat movie, and.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, he's very humble. He's very humble.
Too humble.
Yeah.
And basically, we're at the Wellington Hotel shooting Borat. Yeah. And Borat thought that when he bought the room for $200, that he bought everything in the room. So I started carrying out the bed and the furniture. They called the police, and they arrested the line producer and the first AD. And then it became clear that what had happened was that the head of the precinct, we kept on doing all this stuff with Borat in the same precinct, you know, on Fifth Avenue, around there. And he was like, okay, I want to arrest Sasha. Yeah. He knew it was me. And so I was encouraged to leave the state and left the state then. So that was number one. That's
unbelievable. What was number 2?
Number 2, there was a mayor of this city called Rudy Giuliani. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
And so there, with the second Borat movie, we were in a separate hotel, which I won't name for legal reasons. And essentially, we had a scene with him and Maria Bakalova, who was playing Borat's daughter. And we knew that he was going to bring in, you know, a top-level cop, and that he would sweep the room beforehand. And I was going to have to be in there. So we built like a secret back to a wardrobe. And I was with a crew member, and I said, you know, how long till Giuliani's getting into the room? And he goes, oh, he's almost there. So I'm like running down the corridor. I'm wearing women's underwear at the time. And I run into this room, open the wardrobe, close it, and suddenly I hear, it was like a bad cop drama, hear the cop come in, open the door, look, see that there's no one there.
And he found you?
And then, no, he didn't find me, and I'm there, and I'm locked in the cupboard. And the idea was that I would, the only way I could communicate was via a phone. So I'm standing there in this completely, you know, very tight space, pick up the phone, and we'd done everything. We had hidden cameras, switched on the phone, and there was only 3% battery. So eventually I'm poking my head out, and I see the actress. She's, you know, Rudy Giuliani's on the bed. I'm like, you know, doing all this stuff with him. Yeah. And then the thing happens. Rudy freaks out, and suddenly the cop comes into the room, and he says, you're staying right here. And I'm playing Borat, who, you know, he looks at a chair and goes, what is this machine with 4 legs? and he pushes me into the room. He goes, you're not going anywhere. And I knew I had like an escape route. I had a car waiting downstairs to get the hell out of there. And so he pushes me into the room, and I said, no, you cannot. This is my property. That would be false imprisonment under your New York statute. And he let me go, ran out, and then my lawyer calls me up. The same lawyer has told me to get out of the state in Borat 1. He said, and basically Giuliani or somebody had called a variety of police and law enforcement agencies. They all started descending on the hotel. Everything got impounded.
Oh, taking all the footage.
Yeah, trying to locate the footage. And then basically my lawyer said, get the hell out of the state. And I thought it was a little bit over the top. So I called up an ex-detective I knew from New York. I said, listen, my lawyer's saying I need to get out of the state. And he goes, what do you do? I go, I just did like this interview with, you know, a guy. He goes, you know, I told him what happened. He goes, who was it? He goes, you don't need to do anything. Yeah. He goes, who was it? I go, Giuliani. He goes, get the hell out of the state.
So why they get out? Get out.
Yeah, so this is the middle of COVID. This was when there was nobody walking in the streets of Manhattan. And I'm texting people, you know, friends I hadn't seen for a year. Hi, how are you? How's the family? Oh, I'm sorry, she passed away. You know, can I stay with you any chance? And they're like, when? I go 20 minutes time. And eventually, a producer I knew called Danger Mouse actually let me stay in Connecticut and went up there for 3 days. And
no way.
Yeah, that's right.
A fugitive. Oh my God. Well, welcome back to the city.
Thank you.
We welcome you. We're happy to have you back. You're safe here.
Okay.
You're
I'm not
safe
leaving.
Here.
Please, protect me.
Have you ever been surprised by anyone who enjoyed your characters? Like you're like, oh, I wouldn't think they would.
Yes, so very early on, it turned out that the princes, Prince Harry, basically went to his grandmother's mother. So this was the mother of the Queen, as we call her, the Queen Mother.
Yeah.
And the Queen, this was on Christmas Day, and basically they taught her about Ali G and how to, do the catchphrases. Then they had Christmas dinner with the Queen, and the Queen said, how did you find lunch? And apparently the Queen Mother stood up and went, wicked!
No way! No way!
Yes, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so that was the
That's
Queen Mother.
wild. The Queen Mother, that's the biggest. I want to talk about Disclaimer, by the way. You're fantastic in this.
Thank you very
Everyone
much.
is great in this. But earlier today, I want to talk about this. You made a very massive donation to help the people of Sudan.
Yeah, so basically, I recently got alerted to the fact there's 25 million people who need help. It's the biggest hunger crisis in the world. It's the biggest displacement crisis in the world. A couple of million people are literally, their lives are under threat from famine in the next few months. If you want to help, there's a great charity called Save the Children US or the International Rescue Committee.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you can make a donation, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I will.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about Disclaimer. You don't do a ton of dramatic roles, but when you do, they're with Academy Award-winning directors. I mean, this is Martin Scorsese, you go Aaron Sorkin, Adam McKay. I mean, and now you have Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's great. Do you like doing dramatic roles?
Occasionally.
You're great at it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I mean, me and Alfonso, we knew each other for kind of 20 years, actually. And he actually gave me the script for Gravity. Actually, I think I stole it, but
Yeah.
I didn't end up doing it. And then sort of he came to me and said, would you read the script and, play a role in it? And so I said, all right, I'd like to do that role.
Yeah.
And he goes, actually, I've given that to Kevin Kline. Yeah. And I said, all right, what about the 18-year-old? I don't know if I can play 18, maybe 20 maximum. He goes, no. He goes, he'll be playing Cate Blanchett's husband, and that's what I've been doing. So.
But it's fantastic. There's a scene that you do. I'm not spoiling anything. I want to say the scene is probably 15 minutes long, one take.
Yeah.
With Cate Blanchett.
Yeah, so he was insistent on one take, and I said, can't we just edit it up? It's 15 minutes. It's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And he said, editing is... No, why is he sounding like Borat? He goes, editing
Yes.
is murder. And I was like, really? So he goes, you have to do it in one take. So we did this one take, wasn't good enough. Do it again. So we did it like 11 times. So it's like 11 times 15 is... It was basically 2.5 hours, something like that. And I go, all right, we've done it. He goes, today was rehearsal. And we did it the next day, the whole day the next day. So,
wow, he's a perfectionist, huh?
He really is. So he works with this guy called Emmanuel Lubezki, this 3-time Oscar-winning cinematographer. And, this guy called Chivo Emmanuel Lubezki, comes on set and basically Cuarón comes to my trailer and he goes, listen, Chivo's come on set. He's not completely happy with the lighting. It's going to be a bit of time. So I thought, a couple of hours. 3 weeks later, he's ready. So,
Wow.
He really is a perfectionist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth it. You did a great job.
Thank you.
I want
Thank
to
you
show
very
everyone a clip. Here's Sacha Baron Cohen in Disclaimer. Take a look at this.
Oh, God.
These came to the office. Who sent them?
I don't know.
Who else has them?
I don't know.
You don't know. These could soon be all over the internet. Sit down. Look at them.
Who gave you those?
Look at them.
Please, just,
Look at them closely.
Please, Robert.
How could you?
I'm so sorry.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Sacha Baron Cohen, everybody. Disclaimer is streaming now on Apple TV. We are a couple of weeks after the election. And I was going to ask you, if you got the call to moderate a debate a last-minute presidential debate with both candidates as Ali G or anything, would you do it?
I mean, yes, I would.
You would do it.
I don't think the ex-president would be particularly happy about that.
Oh, come on. But that would be amazing, though. That would be fun to do. Wouldn't you guys want to see that? I would want to see it.
Let's see if I get the call. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe what if we do a little bit now? Would you do it? Any little Ali G?
Oh, I prefer to talk about Disclaimer some more, or Kate Blanchett stories. Or...
Yeah, but I don't know. The audience kind of, I don't know, they kind of dig it.
What do you want me to do?
I'm just saying we always have this just in case for emergencies. We have this. We also have this.
All right.
In case of emergencies. Can I just
Okay.
try it on you? And
Fine.
yeah, this is good. Thank you.
I was kind of trying to launch myself as a dramatic actor.
No, I know. We will. We'll talk about the dramatic act. Ali G.
Yo, big up yourself, Kimmel.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Ali. Yeah. You can just, you can maybe just look into that camera, and you can. This is with Trump and Harris.
Yo, Mr. Trump. You was being convicted of 32 crimes. You stole classified documents. You boned enough porn stars. And you ain't never paid no taxes. Respect. You was my hero.
All right. And what about Kamala Harris?
Me has also got a question for that fit honey. Yo, what is you doing later, eh? When me look at you on the television, me gets a massive election, eh?
Oh my God.
Yo, can me just say to both of you that whatever happened, me is just glad that the next president won't have white skin.
Sorry. Thank you for doing that. That is genius. Sorry. Thank you for doing that. That's Sacha Baron. That's Sacha Baron Cohen. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Oh my gosh. What about? Oh, never mind.
Well,
What about what would Borat? What would Borat do? That would be kind of fun.
I thought we were going to talk about Scorsese.
Yeah, that's right. You and the actor. Yeah, I mean, your actor is great. We'll get into your dramatic actor, but I just Borat interviewing both people running for president. That would be very interesting to see. And
Yeah, sure. Why?
well, I mean, we also have always in case of emergencies. Come on, please just try it on. Just see what it looks like. And just see, if you feel it in the moment. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. Check this out. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, Borat, welcome.
Jimmy Fallon.
Welcome, Fallon.
Fellas! Whoa!
Welcome.
You know?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Borat. What would you... Borat, stop that. No.
You have a woman?
No. Women are... Yes, sorry. We do have women in the audience. Borat, what would you... Borat, don't... Stop doing that.
Only in America.
Stop, no. What would you ask Donald Trump? Look in that camera. What would you ask Donald?
Mr. Trump, you say in Ohio that people eat the cats and the dogs. Which restaurant do they serve them at? Can you get me a reservation, please? In my country, we have KFC, Kazakh fried cat. It's pussy licking good.
What? That is the. No, stop. Stop. Oh, no, stop. Oh, hey, no, stop. No, there.
Why is there a woman on stage? Is this Storming Daniels? She's very nice. Wow.
Okay. Bora, what would you ask Kamala Harris? What would you say to Kamala Harris?
You are a woman, a person of colors, and I'm married to a Jew. I advise you not to come to Kazakhstan. You have already made 3 out of 4 crimes punishable by death.
Oh, my goodness.
Please do not tell me that you have also made sexy time with an underage bear.
Those are terrible crimes. Yeah, but yeah.
Mr. Trump, that remind me, after your visit 5 years ago to the Almaty Beautiful Bear pageant, we paid the hush monies to Gelda the Grizzly. Problem solved. Thank you for your nuclear secrets in return. You scratch my back, I scratch your crumb.
Oh my goodness. That is Borat right. That is how you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do it.